everyone, and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this crochet tutorial I will be showing you how to crochet this absolutely beautiful, wonderfully soft and squishy stitch, which is absolutely perfect for really chunky, cozy blankets, but also scarves, and they would make the most stunning snuggly baby blankets as well. So I'm using this beautiful chenille soft velvety yarn, and you can see that the stitches look really nice. It's only a 2-row repeat. You can obviously use absolutely any yarn that you like. You don't have to use a chenille based type yarn. You can use absolutely anything. My small sample piece here, for example, looks equally as beautiful when done in normal yarn as well. So you get wonderful straight edges on both sides, as you can see. Like I say, 2-row repeat. But if you don't already subscribe to my channel, then please make sure that you do that now and click on that little bell icon so that you can choose to receive notifications so that you never miss one of my videos. And also, if you like it, please do leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. It really does help and support my channel in lots and lots of ways. The only thing I will say about this is that when you finish, you want to finish on the row where you'll get your straight edge, which is the row 2. Okay, so this one here, for example, is a row 1, and you can see it's all scalloped, whereas you want to finish on the other row so that you get a nice clean edge. So for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm just going to be using some of this Shapey's Chunky Monkey, because obviously that fluffy yarn is notoriously difficult to use on camera for you to see the stitches clearly. So I'm just going to be using this plain Shapey's Chunky Monkey. And you're going to start with your foundation chain, and your foundation chain just needs to be a multiple of 3. So whatever size you want your project to be, just make sure it's a multiple of 3. So yarn over, pull through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you just complete your multiple of 3, once you've got your multiple of 3, you're going to start working back along, and you're going to start in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and this is our 4th, and you're going to be doing a UK treble. So do remember, I'm working UK terms, so my UK treble is a double in US terms. So yarn over, insert into that 4th chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and a treble in the next chain. So in the very next chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're just going to work 1 UK treble into every single chain all the way along. Okay, so I've worked that all the way along. I've done my final UK treble into that very last chain, and then I'm going to turn my work around and straight into this very first stitch here, right where my working end is. I'm going to insert my hook, going through the whole of that stitch, and I'm going to yarn over and pull up, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both, and that is counting as my first UK double or US single of this row. Pop a stitch marker into the top of that stitch to help keep your edges nice and straight, and then you're going to work into that very same stitch again, and you're going to put 2 treble crochets, so UK trebles or 2 US doubles. So yarn over, insert back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull up and complete your first treble, and then you'll do a second one back in that same stitch once more. You'll then skip the next 2 stitches, and then you'll do that group of stitches again. So skip 2, and then into the 3rd you're going to do a UK double. So yarn over and pull through both, and then in that same stitch you'll do 2 UK trebles. I'll show you one more time. So skip the next 2 stitches, and then UK double, 2 trebles. And you'll repeat it all the way along until you get towards the end of your row, and we will finish the end of the row together. So as you get towards the end, you should have 2 normal stitches left and then those skipped chains from the beginning of that foundation row. So you're going to skip the top of the next 2 stitches like we normally would, and then you're going to finish with 1 double crochet on its own. So skip 2, and then into the top of that turning chain you'll just put a double on its own, so UK double. And that is how you should look at the end of that row. So that is the first row of your row repeat. So that one where you've got your groups of stitches is row 1, and then this now will be row 2. So you will turn and then straight into this very first stitch, you'll insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then you're going to go behind the vertical post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and that just gives you a treble height stitch but without the gapping that you'd get from a chain 3. So pop your stitch marker into the top of that stitch that you've just made, and then you're going to move straight on to the next stitch. So that counts as our treble for the first stitch. So you're going to move straight on to this next stitch, and you're just going to do 1 UK treble into every single stitch all the way along. So nice and easy for you. 1 treble in every stitch. So as you get towards the end, you'll have the top of that treble stitch to work into, and then if you've used a stitch marker, it will be sat in the top of that very last little stitch that you did at the beginning of the last row. So you'll be doing your final stitch into that little double crochet from the end of the last row. So like I say, stitch marker is definitely handy for this pattern for keeping those edges perfectly straight. So that is row 2 of your repeat. I will just show you how to start and end row 2 once more, but then you'll be able to just carry on. I apologise if you can hear the heavy breathing. I promise it's not me. The dog sat just behind me, snoring, obviously tired out from the new year. So you'll turn and then you'll insert your hook straight into this first stitch, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through both, put your stitch marker in there, and then 2 UK trebles into that same stitch, and then you'll skip 2 and do your groups again. So UK double and 2 trebles, and you'll repeat that all the way towards the end, and I will meet you there one final time in just a second. So again, you'll be skipping your 2 last normal trebles, and then you'll be putting your final double crochet into the top of that funny little standing stitch we did on our treble row. So again, hopefully you've been using a stitch marker if you need it, so that you can find that very last treble, and then you'll insert your hook into the top of it, yarn over and pull up, and complete your final double. So that is row 1 and row 2 of this beautiful pattern repeat. It works up so quickly, especially using that chunky type of yarn, and it's a really dense stitch as well, so it's really beautiful. And on one side of it, you won't be able to see it amazingly because I've only done a couple of rows, but one side of it will have much more texture than the other. As you can see on this side, the rows where we've been doing those groups of stitches just have that little bit of bobbly texture, which are absolutely beautiful. But that is it for this one. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do remember to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you for another tutorial really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.